What's good, YouTube? This is Delteros, and today, as you can see, we're going to continue our tier list series for each type with the ice type. Now, as you know, ice types are great offensively, but they suck defensively. And as you also know, I only do final evolutions for most of these tier lists. I think steel is the only exception so far, and I actually only did the final evolutions. I just left the unevolved forms untiered. But yeah, no, this is an ice type tier list. Let's get started. First up, we've got uh, a lowland Sandslash. I like the design. I like the fact that it gets Slush Rush, but honestly, it needs more speed to make Slush Rush work. Absolutely. Here. A lowland Ninetales, on the other hand, I like the design. Um, it sets up Aurora Veil with Snow Warning, and then you can actually use Aurora Veil in the same turn, so it's really good on that front. In case you don't know what Aurora Veil is, it's reflect and light screen in one move. Now, with this thing's stat allocation, it is actually slightly better than regular Ninetales, even though it has the same BC. Now, one thing that it does have is a 4 times weakness to steel. If steel types breathe in this thing's general direction, it's going to die. But yeah, absolutely S tier. If not S, you know what? For ice types, it's going in S tier. Um, Next up, we've got Dugong. Um, Design wise, this thing is a good design. It's a seal with a horn. It's Andre but white. And in case you don't know, Andre was basically a bootleg Free Willy. Um, but yeah, the design's good. I just wish the stats were better. This thing needs an evolution. It needs a mega evolution. It needs a stat buff. It needs something. Give this let's let's make Dugong great. Dugong great for once. B tier, just because I really like the design. Now Cloister has some good singles competitive use because skill link. Um, has great defense. Has garbage special defense, but also has good typing. So yeah, A tier. Um, Jianpao, absolute S tier. It is basically better Weavile that lowers the defense of everything not named Qianpao. Um, it gets Sucker Punch, it gets Ice Shard, it gets Ice Spinner, it gets Icicle Crash, it gets all the things. It gets Sacred Sword to deal with other Qianpaos. Yeah, it gets all the things. Hold on one sec. I gotta make a tier especially for Jinx. Because, well, it may not be specially for Jinx, but it is definitely inspired by Jinx, because Jinx should not exist. Like, why does this mon exist? Lapras is cool. It gets into the B tier, partly because of the whole Orange Islands arc in the anime, partly because it was a gift Pokemon, and it was just a good Pokemon. Um, Articuno, once again, S tier. No, the tiers are not in any order. That's just kind of where the stupid cursor put it. But, like, it's got a good defensive profile made better by Snow, and the fact that it's so close, if it had better offensive stats and speed, it would be a it would be a great Pokemon, even in spite of its 4 times weakness to rock. Um, Santa Bird, you know, my feelings on Christmas aside, C tier, because, I respect the design, but other than that, it's worthless. Lately, you're worthless. Walrein, it, it, it is literally Dugong, but better. Regice, my least favorite of the Reggies. Obama Snow, you're you're like mid. Like you would probably be higher on the list if Ninetales didn't do your job better. Weavile, I like the design. I like the all-out attack nature of it. I just like it. Glaceon, if this thing had better speed, it would be a much better Pokemon. Mamoswine, I've always liked this thing. Um, Frostlass, as with most types, the lore is creepy. But beyond that, it doesn't really do much for me. Rotom Fridge, why do you Galarian Darmanitan? Love that Pokemon. Um, we don't need an ice cream Pokemon. I don't hate it statistically. It's got a decent move set for an ice type, but it's just a bad Pokemon, and I don't like the design concept. Beartic, on the other hand, I love this. I love this design. In fact, on design alone, and the fact that it could have decent stats if ice type had better resistances. Yeah, Cryogonal, you're a snowflake. You're not really of any value to anyone. Don't really care about the Curums. I'll put white higher because I think white is actually better. Amoris is cool. Solid B tier mon. High coffee table. Just on the fact that it is a giant iceberg. I mean, it's cool. Abominable is a terrible design. Why did they have to screw up Corolla this way? Mr. Rhyme is Nightmare Fuel. Frostmoth is pretty, but that's about all it's got going for it. Ice Cube, you're bad. You're just not good, bro. Stop being bad, bro. Same with Arctivish and Arctazalt. Don't care. Um, Glacier. Oh boy. If this was Calyrex if this was Calyrex Ice, it would be like S tier. As it sits right now, it's bulky Ice type, so I can respect the stats and everything, but it's just not. Um, it's a Titan. He's cool. He's a narwhal. This thing is the design's great, the color scheme in both the shiny and the regular. Um, yeah. Um, Baxcalibur is another S tier mon. It hasn't done much competitively, but I get the feeling that as the generations go on, until it gets power crept out, it will grow in popularity and power, depending on how they buff it and nerf it. Um, well, guys, that's been my Ice type Final Evolution tier list. Um, I am gonna try to come up with some different content for you guys. Um, I just am not good at editing, and So, top fives are kind of hard to do. I know I need to get on the next top five, but yeah. Um, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for 30 subs. I think we can hit 50 by the end of February. Hopefully, I'm thinking by Pokemon Day we can have 50 subs. I don't think that's too much to ask. Let's see if we can get like 10 likes on this video. I see these videos normally get between 20 and 30 between 20 and 30 views on average. So, yeah, I think we can get 10 likes. This has been Delteros. Don't be me. Be better.